Hello everyone, this is Revati working as an assistant professor in the Department of Information Technology from SNS College of Technology. In my today lecture series, we are going to see about one of the most important powerful technique in algorithm, which is backtracking. I will explain it is in a easy manner using a real life example which is in the gaming environment. Let's get started. And today's session agendas are a recap of the previous session, problem statement, and I will explain this problem statement in design thinking based approach, which is empathy and define, and the concept of backtracking and the real world applications using uh, backtracking method, then case study for backtracking, then conclusion. Let's move on to the topic. The recap of the previous session is about binary search tree. Already we know that binary search tree is having one constraint, which is the left subtree is always less than value compared than the root node. Then the right subtree values are greater than the root node when compared than the left subtree values. Let's move on to the today's lecture videos. Start with problem statement. Imagine you are Rajesh Verma, a software engineer working in a gaming company, and your job is to generate valid arrangements of game pieces. This can be uh, having the following ways: placing knights on a board, arranging characters in row, then making sure no two pieces will gets conflict, then following specific rules or constraint. The challenge is there are many possible arrangements, but most of the uh, steps are invalid. So how do we quickly find only the correct and valid arrangements? That is where backtracking comes in for solving this confliction. And we will start with Roger's pain points. Let's understand how he has too many combinations to check whether that output is valid or invalid. Then many combinations can break the rules. Then manually checking the solution will be more impossible to Rajesh. He needs a systematic method that follows rules strictly. He wants only conflict-free arrangements. So, Rajesh needs a technique that tries a possibility check. And if it is wrong, simply undoes it and tries something best. Then we will explore the today's concept. What is backtracking? Backtracking is a technique where we build a solution step by step. At each step, we have to check whether the output is valid or invalid. If it is valid, we can continue with the solution. Then, if it is invalid, we can backtrack, meaning we redo the last step and try a different path or a different options. It very simple words: try, check, undo and try again. It will get succeed. Just like solving a maze. For solving this solution, we have to find out or we have to pick one of the best solution method for solving the problem. There are too many techniques available in data structures. There are brute force approach, heuristic or greedy method and backtracking. For this problem, we have to pick that there is a backtracking is best solution for finding the optimal solution. And this is the prototype. That means We have so many real world applications for backtracking as available. Some common examples are Sudoku solver, n-queens problem, and night rules, crossword puzzle generation, and pathfinding in AI. So, whenever the computer needs to generate something under rules, backtracking is the best solution. Then today's activities or backtracking process will be carried out in the record process. Record pruned branches or number of branches will be removed which is invalid. Then the record solution and stimulate the steps using the backtracking concept, and we have finally we have to decide state space tree for the optimal solution. And finally, come back to the Raj's problem. He needs to generate a valid game piece arrangements. The backtracking will be help to Raj's for the following steps: building one arrangement step by step, and stopping immediately when a rule is broken, and undoing wrong attempts. Then providing only conflict free arrangements of solutions. So Rajesh doesn't waste time for checking impossible solutions. The algorithm will works well for Rajesh. Then here is the some real world applications which is using backtracking concept, that means puzzles and games, and constraint satisfaction problem, that means n-queens problem. And in this we are using constraints, so it is called as constraint satisfaction problem. Then so many pathfinding algorithms which is used in artificial intelligence. Then next is the conclusion, and the last is the conclusion. To conclude, backtracking is the most effective method for generating conflict-free and rule-based game piece arrangements. It systematically builds valid solution while eliminating invalid paths easily. Uh, so whenever you face problem with combinations of constraints and rules, we can choose the backtracking is the best solution. Rajesh found for his solution, the backtracking will solve all his problems. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe on my channel.